Good morning, students. So last class we have dealt with the types of data and how they are being classified. Okay. So types of data. They are quantitative data and quantitative data. So quantitative data we are giving more importance because they are numerical data. It can be classified into discrete and continuous and nominal and ordinal. So this section is almost over. And now we are going to learn about sample or different types of samples. So you can classify the samples into, what is sample? You are going to take a population and from there you are going to select somebody. So sample is a part of population, that you should remember. So that process of collecting from the sample is called as sampling. Okay. So from the population you are picking someone, that process is called as sampling. So there are different types of sampling. One is random sampling. Okay, random. Next is non-random. And the last one is mixed sampling. Okay, so random sampling, non-random sampling and mixed sampling. Okay. So random sampling you can further divide into simple sampling, systematic, systematic, there is criteria for that, systematic sampling, stratified, you are converting it into layers, stratified sampling, then clustering, cluster sampling, and non-random sampling which comes under another group. Okay, so this comes under another group, non-random sampling. Okay, so one more time I will say sampling. There are of three types: random sampling, non-random sampling, and mixed sampling. Okay, non-random sampling there are different other methods, but we are basically focusing on random sampling. Okay, so random sampling can be divided into simple random, systematic collection, stratified sample, cluster sampling. Okay, so these are the different types of random sampling. So you all know from a population, if this is this round is a population. Okay, this is a population. You are going to collect the samples. You are going to choose a sample. Okay, there comes your selectivity of picking. So concept of sampling is you are going to select some few sample units from the population. Understand? You are going to select some few samples from the population, and after getting your sample, what you are going to do with that? You are going to collect the information and you will ask them questions. You will ask them some important aspect of your research project. Okay, and you are going to come to a prediction. So, what is the concept of sampling? Sampling is necessary to analyze the data, to analyze something from the population. Okay, so now we will discuss something more about random sampling. So we know that the different types of samplings are random sampling, non-random sampling, and one more is there, that is mixed sampling. Okay, so first we are going to learn about random sampling. So random sampling I have already told you, this is simple random sampling, systematic sampling, stratified sampling and cluster sampling. Okay, so these are the ways by which you can divide or you can classify the sampling. Random sampling, they are divided into four. Which are the four things? Simple random sampling, systematic sampling, stratified sampling and cluster sampling. So first we are going to deal with simple random sampling. Simple random sampling means what? This is a simple technique. Okay, you are picking a sample. You are picking a sample from the population in unbiased manner. Unbiased means what? Every individual is having the equal chance of being selected. Every individual. Every individual is having equal chance of being selected. See, if this is a population, okay, here you can see green man and white man. So you are selecting in random. Okay, so it can be this one, or it can be this one, or it can be green one. Okay, so it is depending upon you people. So you are picking sample without unbiasing. Unbiasing means what? You are not fixing any criteria. Unbiasing means you are not going for a white man only. If you are fixing a criteria, it is biased. If you are not fixing any criteria, it is called as unbiased. Okay. So unbiased condition means you are randomly picking. So each and every people have an equal chance of being selected. That point is important. Okay. Every member of a population has an equal chance of being selected. So this is an unbiased. That term is important. Okay. Unbiased. So this is the important one. Now we will move with the definition of systematic sampling. What is systematic? Yes, there is some bias. There is some what? You are not going for a simple random sample. It is not that easy. So first you will select the first element. First you are going to pick one white man. Now you are going to count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till kth element you are going to select. Kth element means what? After some number you are going to select it. So there is no what? There is no people will get equal chance of being selected. So here if you have first person white one, second person green one, third person again white one, and fourth person with green one, and till kth value. Kth means what? You are fixing a if you are fixing criteria 10 numbers. Kth value 10th value. So first one you will pick randomly. Okay, first one you are going to pick the first element. But next you are going to fix what? The kth element. Kth element or 10th element or 12th element, whatever, what you fix, that is the thing. So here you see somebody is being skipped permanently. Somebody is being skipped permanently. So here we cannot say everybody has equal chance. The first one is selected and the kth element is, what is kth element? It can be the criteria that you fix. It can be 10th element or it can be 20th element. But you have to fix the first element. You have to pick the first element. So there is a systematic nature of sampling. Now we will move to something interesting that is called as stratified sampling. What is stratified sampling? Stratified. Strata means what? Layers. Okay, layers. In layers in the sense, you are going to divide the population into subgroups. See, this is a population, right? These all are the population. This is a population, right? Here what we have seen as there is a white man and green man. So in stratified sampling, you are going to divide it into two groups, two strata or subgroups, that is green man and white man. Green and white man. So you are going to divide it into two separate groups, right? So that separate groups is called as strata. Okay, strat. Subcategory or separate groups. Subgroups you are saying. And then you are going to pick the sample. Okay, then you are going to pick the person. See, from green I took 1, from white I took 2, right? So after separation or after subgrouping only you are going to pick the sample. That is called as stratified sampling. And next point that you are going to learn is cluster sampling. Cluster sampling is almost similar, but here you are going to make it into several clusters. Okay, several clusters. Example is age group, gender. Okay, in a population, you are going to make it into different. If this is a population, this one is a population. You have here age group, here gender. Here you have location, geographical location you are going to look through. For social science research and all, cluster sampling is very ideal. For ecological research also, cluster sampling is very ideal. You can categorize the plants into xerophytes, hydrophytes and mesophytes. So there is a clustering pattern that you can see in a population. So these are the understanding. So I am repeating one more time. The sampling, okay? The sampling, the different types of samples are random sampling, non-random sampling and mixed sampling. But in today's class, we have learned about random sampling. The different types of random sampling are simple random sampling, systematic sampling, stratified sampling and cluster sampling. Okay, I hope this is clear. Thank you. If you have any doubts, you can type it in the chat box. Okay.